This is the room that is going to be showing the works for day 2 of our 2-day spring auctions at Santa Monica Auctions. We're listed under smauctions with an S.com, where you'll be able to see all of the incredible works that we've put together for this auction, which will be held both Saturday, May 6th for photography curated by Douglas Marshall, which is on view next door at Bergamot, and here at our space A5, which is the home of Santa Monica Auctions. We have really an exciting array of artwork. So we have here one of my favorite pieces, the lemon of the bug from Andy Warhol, and then next to it we have the other Lenin, and then we have over here the African Queen, and of course the iconographic pieces that he was known for back in '77, the electric chair, and this is in incredible condition. And this color of the electric chair is my favorite color, the red and the yellow. It's just bright and bold, abstract, and yet when you look deep you see the electric chair. And the last of the silk screens by Andy Warhol is the earliest and the one that is really an icon of his oeuvre, the 1972 silkscreen of Mao. And next to it we have one of the 3 works by Ed Richet. We have the Hourglass, we have Vine and Melrose, and we have this incredible small one. In this case, we have 2 of the 3 original Raymond Pettibone works that are in the auction. This one is from 1987. I am just the illustrator. And here you see one from 1991 of the cymbals clashing, really strong. And then over here we have Life at Auction. This was a piece that Raymond did for me back in '91, but we're putting it in the auction. It kind of tells the story of what it is like for an art gallery to turn into an auction house. We have one of my favorite works, which is out the window, of David Hockney, that was done in 1969, and it's an etching. It's really a complicated, very large, very beautiful work by David. Over here we have a lithograph on incredible, beautiful, handmade Japanese paper from 1979. This is Celia sitting, elegant Celia. Really a beautiful piece. And next to it we have a very large early print of an edition of only 25 by Sam Francis. In 1996, Robert Indiana went and did an incredible suite of 12 works for the love. It's called The Book of Love, and he has 12 images, and then he has 12 works that are poems that he came up with himself, all about love. It's really amazing, incredible. And right below it we have something that's a lot of fun. It's a Keith Haring, one of his radiating people, a friend of mine who I've known for quite a while, living in New York. Keith was at his house for a party, and he asked Keith to draw something, and he drew this right in front of him, signed it, and it's on his refrigerator. It's actually the freezer to the refrigerator. And when Alex moved out of the house, he paid the extra money and took the freezer door with him, and he's had it since then. Right here, the most important work that I believe I've ever sold. I'm very happy that we were very lucky to get the original Hope, the first Hope that was made by Shepard Fairey back in 2008. This was when Shepard was thinking about how he could help Barack Obama to become the next president. But Shepard put together a unique canvas, stenciled, and he sold the original canvas. He made the canvas and 2 works on paper from the original stencils. The original stencils are hanging next to the canvas, and from 2 different consigners we were able to get the original canvas and the original stencils that were used to make the work that was able to be sold back then to raise the money to do the posters and make sure that the DMC and that Barack Obama was able to get the money for his campaign. One of these that's a little larger that was printed later is hanging in the Portrait Gallery of the Smithsonian, the National Gallery of Portrait. And another one sold at Heritage Auctions less than a year ago, about 11 months ago, for $735,000. So we have this one estimated at $1 million, $1.2 million. We think that would be a low price for something this important. It is indeed a work that belongs in a museum or maybe a library of importance. Above the 2 Shepard Fairies, we have 2 works by Damien Hirst, these incredible gold heart pieces. And then here we have 2 really amazing original works by Sterling Ruby. This one was made in 2003, and the smaller one was drawing collage, was made in 2007. So very timely, we have 2 original works by Robbie Canal. I actually did the show myself back in, it was either 86 or 87, but when Robbie was running around all of Los Angeles and New York and putting up his posters, he did the posters for Men with No Lips. That was his first or second poster. And I had the canvases, which we sold, and we sold this one, which is Ronald Reagan, and there is the original canvas, a great piece of history of Men with No Lips. And next to it, we have the Bugger Off, much later piece, showing Rupert Murdoch. In our little case here, we have a great assortment, including an original drawing with a sort of charcoal pen by Lionel Fenninger from 1923. And then we have a drawing also with incredible detail by Jim Shaw from 1993. We have here a work by Eric Orr from 1990. We have a James Gill, who is being collected again very much so, from 1963. We have a Vasa from 86, and we have this really incredible work that was an original painting by Mark Groshon. He did this for Parquet in 2007, and it's painted on 24 karat gold coin. From the 30s, we have a surrealist painting by John Millard Farren. It had some restoration done, but it's still quite a strong surrealist painting. Above it, you've got an abstract painter from LA, Harry Nadler. That painting was done in 1959. And next to that, we have a painting by Gronk, which is really kind of an amazing work from '92. And below it, this should be in the photo section, but we have a John Waters piece from 1992, I believe, or 93. It's really a funny shot of him turning into himself. And then next to it, we have a painting by Michael Wright, a really strong painting. We have a Rico Lebron. We have a Joseph Cornell. We have two works by Alex Katz. We have a great John Baldessari piece. And then one of the pieces that we're most proud of is this Mary Corse that is an original painting called White, Black, and Red that she did in 2000. And it has all of the glowing beads inside. It's really quite marvelous. Here we have a Carl Appel, and right here we have a piece from the Chicano movement of the 80s, a work by Gilbert Lujan that belongs in a museum. It is Santa Monica Beach. It's illustrated in the book Hispanic Art in the United States. In 1986, I did the show for Keith Haring for the Andy Mouse series here in Santa Monica at one of my galleries on Main Street, B1 Gallery. And we did that poster for the show with Richard Duardo. The silkscreen was done by Richard, and Keith came and signed it. So we're putting one of the original Radiating Baby posters signed by Keith in the show. In this auction, we are really lucky to get one of the complete suites. I did the show also back in '89 for Keith, and it was when he worked with William Burroughs. And this is a complete set in the box of the Valley. It's got 14 incredible etchings signed by Keith Haring, and then there's prose by William Burroughs. So we're selling this complete set, and we have in the auction one of the works of the large-scale silk screens that is also part of the set by Keith Haring and William Burroughs. Right here behind me, we have a Picasso lithograph from the 1950s. Beautifully framed, put together work. And then next to that, we have a really beautiful Alexander Calder. Here we have a very early Christo done in 1985. And it's very interesting for today because it's a wrapped computer, personal computer, an Ericsson. And he took the Ericsson computer, which back in '85 was not very well used by many people, but it was probably one of the first computers that was starting to become popular. So he took the Ericsson and he wrapped it here in this print. So again, the auction will be held May the 6th for photography, curated by Douglas Marshall, and it'll be live here outside, and it'll be online through Live Auctioneers and Invaluable. And we also take absentee bids and phone bids. So please reach us at smauctions.com, and you'll see both catalogs. You'll see both days, May 6th, Saturday, and Sunday, May 7th. We hope to see you live or online, and if you have any questions, condition reports, etc., please get in touch with us. We have been doing this now since 1985, and we're still having fun, so hope to see you.